So, got another Dark and Darker video here for you all. Really quick, I do want to mention that if you enjoy these kind of commentary Dark and Darker videos, do subscribe, because not only does it help you out get recommended my other videos, but it also helps me out because I know that this is something that people want to watch. Here in the raid, I see a fighter with some plate armor in the lobby here, a few other people with potions, so I hope that that fighter's geared, because I like having those geared fights over no geared fights in the Goblin Cave. Start out the raid, I spawn next to this like stone staircase exit, and also the Goblin Mage and ranged goblins. I think I spawned here in some of my other videos. It's a pretty basic spawn. Basically, you just kill the goblins and move through, break pots, loot. Here, I parry this goblin, but I don't actually do the riposte attack. If you don't know, the longsword has a riposte attack with the little parry mechanic, the defensive stance. So if you hit a parry, you can right-click and do a faster attack, and right-click again, and you do another faster attack. I don't do that here. I don't know why. I was basically just trying to hit the parry anyway. Move through here, using the bow to finish off some of the other goblins from range. Here it takes like 3 arrows for the normal goblin warriors, and I think about 2 arrows for the ranged goblins. I do decide to take these daggers, even though like the Chris dagger doesn't have that many good attributes on it. It's blue. I think maybe these will sell. I don't really know. I'm just taking them for now. I can always drop them later if I need the space. So yeah, shooting these ranged goblins and the Goblin Mage. I think the Goblin Mage is doing an attack cast here, but they're not. They're actually doing their little orb healing, I think, cast. I don't really know, but finish them off, and now the room's clear. If you notice while I'm picking up these gold coins, I actually brought in a gold pouch for this raid. A gold pouch can hold, 50 gold, and it costs like 5 gold at the treasurer, so I decided to bring it in. Someone in the comments section of my last video actually mentioned that you could do this. I recorded these, weeks ago, so I didn't actually, listen to them. I just thought of this myself, but, yeah, I decided to bring in a gold pouch, and it frees up a lot of inventory space for other treasure or loot or whatever. Definitely worth doing if you have, stacked up gear like me. Something else I want to mention, too, is, I actually bought the plate pants I'm wearing, on the, player market. It's different from my last videos where I had, a green set of plate pants. I finally got an upgrade and got a blue set with some pretty good attributes on it. So here I'm thinking of doing my normal route of going down below here, but I decided to not do that and loot the top side of this place again, because I think I might find some more players that way. And here I spot a little crouching plate armor fighter who's moving around. I decided to crouch up and creep up with my bow and maybe try to get a back stab with a few arrows, basically. I creep up, think I might get a shot here, but I decided I have to get a lot closer since they're around that corner. Come up here, and they definitely know about me right about here. I missed my first arrow, the second arrow hits a shield, and the third arrow I get lucky and get a headshot on them. They're sprinting, I use my sprint and jump over their shield and hit them once, twice, and just there, the skeleton footman that was aggroed on him actually takes the kill. If you look in the top right of the screen, there's a kill feed, and that skeleton footman completely stole my kill. I did all the damage, and then the skeleton footman got the last hit, so they get the kill. Pretty funny, but what can you do? I still count that as a kill. I actually have some pretty good base green gear here. I'm thinking about taking it. I take the sword. I think I take the plate pants here too, and the plate boots, and both of those stack physical power, so I think they'll either sell or I'll use it in a different raid. Actually, a really good longbow too that stacks weapon damage, so I take that. And I want some room to fit some more treasure, so I drop one of the daggers I had from earlier. Probably should have dropped the Chris dagger, because the Rondell is probably a little better, even though it was a green rarity. Here's some fighting over there on my right, and also some footsteps right in front of me here, and it turns out they're below me. on the like the first floor of this map. They closed the door. I don't really want to chase them down there, so I decided to close too and go over to where I heard the fighting over here in the front. And they're healing up. It sounds like, yeah, it looks like a fighter. They have a shield potion, so I drink a shield potion just to counter. They're drinking health pots, so I know they're low. I hit one arrow, and they use their second wind. Trying to hit another arrow, because I know they're healing from their second wind. They're healing from their second wind. They use their sprint. I use my sprint. They actually have his Y-hander here, and I dodge the first 2 strikes a little bit, and hit the next 2, and they're down. If you don't know, the Y-hander really isn't that good of a weapon, I don't think. It definitely looks cool, and it's definitely kind of fun to use sometimes, but it's really just outmatched by a lot of the other weapons in the game, I think. Here, I finally dropped that Chris dagger. I'm trying to make room for that sword. I think that could be a good little sword to use on some raid. Just thinking, I dropped some arrows so I can fit more treasure for some other person I'm gonna kill, and here a ranger rocks up. They got looks like a lot of movement speed, as I'm noticing. Like they're strafing as they're shooting their arrows. A lot of movement speed. I can't really hit them. They break my shield. I think I hit a goblin with my arrow there, and I bait them around this corner so they get closer. I charge in with my sprint, hit them once, they're down. They were probably already pretty low, I would guess, if one headshot did that. Here another fighter rocks up. They got shields and a longbow, it looks like, shooting at me from afar. I shield up, I heal, and I kind of keep peeking there to like bait them into staying there, and then I peek and shoot my arrow. I hit them once, hit them twice, once more in the arm. They close the door and move off. Not really big of a deal though. I kind of want to loot this ranger before I consider pushing them. A portal spawns right behind me, which is lucky. This ranger didn't really have anything that I want. So I decided to open the portal first, so if like I get in a bad spot, I can always run back here for this portal. Then I'm thinking about pushing. I check this body again. And here I hear some... I also accidentally used my second wind there. Completely on accident. I thought I heard some more footsteps around me, so I decide, nah, I'll just take the portal and leave. Inventory's basically full anyway. Nothing for me to do. I don't actually get a lot of treasure here, and here I'm like checking the gear of the last 2 players alive. I definitely could have taken them, especially considering that this fighter didn't have any more meds. But I didn't actually get much treasure that raid. But I did bring in that gold pouch, which got me like, you know, 42 extra gold on top of everything. I mostly just stole everyone's gear this raid. This was a gear raid. Alright, heading back into the next raid here in the lobby. Normally, when I get into lobbies like this, I like to just sit down in a dark corner and like try to not attract attention, because I don't want anyone checking my gear. It's a little cheesy strat, I know, but it's just something that I do these days. Especially when I'm taking out literally all blue gear or purple weapons too, so it's like, you know, might as well try and save that information. Getting into the raid here, I spawn in this like miner room, you know, with all the gems around the outside and the ore around the outside. This elevated area around the edge. So I try to get a long shot on this goblin, but they move as soon as I pull it back, of course. And I spot this ranged goblin in the dark. I think I'll shoot them. Only takes 2 arrows for the ranged goblin with my gear. Here, yeah, I'm just shooting these goblins, trying to clear a way out, because the zone is actually already at my back if you look in the bottom right of the screen. So I know I kind of got to leave this room before I finish looting all of it. I might as well clear a direction first. Here's some fighting over here, and decide, yeah, I want to take a fight here. Open it up, and it's our barbarian here. And I try to get some few cheeky arrows. They just close the door though. No big deal, I'll just open it up again. Here I think they're going to walk up to close it again, so I sprint, charge them. Each dodge each other a few strikes, then I dodge that by walking left, and then go in and hit 2 strikes, they're down. This was just a base kit barbarian. They didn't really have much. I do decide to take their Francisca axes just because, you know, I like having some throwing weapon options because they're faster than my bow. So if I get in a position where I'm kind of at like close to mid-range, I can switch to those axes, throw them quick before heading into a fight. Here I just want to move off, so I come over here, look for that goblin archer I killed. I didn't see their corpse though, so I just leave. And I jump down here really quick just to kill these goblins. I take an arrow for it, but I do end up killing those goblins. I do really want to go to that room with all the wooden walkways. Right now it's in the north of the minimap in the bottom right, so that's definitely where I'm thinking of heading. There's just a lot of players and a lot of ways you can have good fights with all the wooden walkways and elevation and stuff. So I top up my meds and make sure I have 2 green bandages, so if I get into a fight and I need green bandages, I can use those quick. There's a little rogue up here I spot. They throw a throwing knife at me. I shoot them once with an arrow and they drop down. Chug a potion and I shoot them once again. 2 hits so far, and then I drop down here, hit another one right as they go invisible with a potion, and hit the 4th shot right there. Just 4 really clean, quick succession shots on that rogue who's trying to run away. Poor fella didn't stand a chance. And here I just want to check their corpse before I loot anything else in this room, so I'm gonna have to kill these goblins. Looks like it only takes 2 headshots now with the longsword. Pretty good. Loot up, they have some treasure, probably from the room up at the top. Where they came from, basically. Have some rings and pendants. I take them even though they're not the best rings and pendants in the world, just because I know they're 1-slot items and they can sell pretty easily on the player market too. People love buying rings and pendants even if they're not that great. So yeah, I'm looting up these goblins and I want to check this room in the corner with all the treasure spawns before the zone pops in. If you look in the bottom right, there's the zone is definitely coming in. So decided to go over here. The goblin mage is already dead from earlier, so I just have these 2 goblins to kill quick to get all the treasure on that table and everything, and the pots and chests and stuff. Here I probably should have taken like those goblets or something, you know, but I just didn't want to kind of cloud my inventory. I still plan to kill a few more players in this raid. At least that's what I wanted. So I end up just taking like 1 4-slot item and then leaving the rest. Break these pots. And if you notice, I actually forget to bring in another gold pouch for this raid. So the first raid I had a gold pouch, this raid I don't have a gold pouch. It's whatever, you know. I think I just like emptied out all the treasure and then just forgot that I needed another gold pouch. Here I accidentally dropped down through a little hole. It's not that big of a deal though, there's just 1 goblin. So I kill that quick and break it open. Zone's coming in, so I know I need to just pick a direction and go if I want to find any more players. So decided to go in the middle this time instead of going to the staircase like I typically do. There's more death beetles in this room. These death beetles have a high chance to drop, you know, blue and purple treasure, I've noticed. So I always call them, you know, the coveted death beetles. Always like killing a few of them, or all of them, during a raid, just because you can get some high tier treasure. And it really ups your gold. Here's some footsteps, like, kind of above me and to my left. I'm not really worried about it. They could technically drop down behind me, but since the zone's pushed in, I don't really think anyone's behind me. I see a goblin mage, so I decided to push in the middle here. Really quick, I want to know that this goblin mage actually uses an indestructible shield. At the time of the recording of this gameplay, I didn't know this was indestructible. A kind person in the comments let me know that it was indestructible in one of my other videos. I do know that now. It's worth knowing. I thought it was like a depletable shield, so I just kept shooting it there, but it's completely indestructible. You just gotta wait for it. Here I charge in here, thinking to get some battle in with all these mobs. Basically aggro everything. Kill the skeleton and death beetle. There's actually another death beetle right behind me, which hits me once, which slows me. Doesn't hit me the second time though, and I just get the next few headshots on these skeletons, not goblins, to finish out this room. It's fully cleared. Here's some people, and I accidentally used one of my green bandages here. I probably should have saved that. I didn't need that healing. Death beetles here obviously have some blue treasure for me. Very good. Just looting up all the corpses. I think I'd maybe go towards where I've heard fighting over there, but I don't. I just go to loot the middle first. I actually do have some lockpicks from a different raid, so loot this golden chest. And this golden chest actually has a really good felling axe that adds strength and adds damage. I know for a fact that will sell for a good price on the market, so I decided to fit it in. Just even more gear. Kind of takes up my inventory space, so I'm not getting a lot of treasure this raid. But I am getting a lot of extra gear and a lot of gear to sell on the player market. Open this door and this person just has no idea I'm here. You know, caught them with their pants down basically and end up killing the goblin mage and looting up this just base fighter. They have some gems for me. It's not so bad. Probably could have fit those goblets too if I'd maybe dropped some of my arrows, but I don't this time. Here, I'm hearing some of those same footsteps right above me and kind of to the left, so I walk over here. Side, maybe I'll clear over here for a little bit. It's definitely becoming close to the last circle here, so I'm kind of looking for a portal. Get hit by a wall spike because I don't crouch for the full thing, of course. Just a little mistake, but yeah, you definitely want to crouch through that whole hallway just to avoid those spikes. So of course I go back and crouch through the whole thing this time, so I don't get hit again. And off to the right here, if you break this barricade, there's stairs that go up and down. Decide to go up and maybe hunt that person that I heard walking around up here. And here, I hear those like rocks falling. That means they took the rock exit little thing. It's like just a room that you can open. And or it opens sometime during the raid and you go through and it escapes you without a portal. So I take the portal. There's no one else in this raid, I think. It's last circle, I don't hear anyone, so get out. Got a lot of higher tier treasure compared to the first run, but I also got that really good felling axe and some of that other gear from those players I killed. So I come out with about 265 gold, and I include a little side here, which includes all the extra loot. I confirmed sold that felling axe for about 200 gold on the player market. If you want me to like include actual like footage or pictures of me selling the stuff on the player market, let me know down in the comments, because I don't actually know if you would want that. It's kind of boring, you know, looking at the player market, but it could be worth. If you want to see, let me know. And that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed, I do ask you to subscribe. I think it not only helps you, but it also helps me know that this is what you want. So thanks for watching.